Isn't it funny how your brain, this overprotective little watchdog, sits there in your skull barking at shadows, growling at social threats that aren't even real, like an old dog chasing ghosts? The amygdala, it's not evil. It's just outdated software running old data. It's like you're walking into the 21st century, carrying a goddamn floppy disk. No wonder it crashes when someone frowns at you. But here's the beauty. The brain is plastic. Not in the cheap Tupperware sense, but in the molten forge sense, reshaping itself every time you expose it to something new. Micro-exposures retrain prediction circuits. Like dipping your toes into cold water, tiny, repeatable sips of discomfort rewiring the system. Suspicion rewrites itself into curiosity. Curiosity rewrites itself into connection. That's Hebbian learning. Neurons that fire together, wire together. You already know this. You learn to tie your shoes, ride a bike, swipe on a phone. Same mechanism. You stack tiny wins. Dopamine gave you a pat on the back each time, and suddenly, boom, it was automatic. Now extrapolate. Imagine if every awkward silence, every social cringe, every fear of rejection was actually a training rep, like the gym. You didn't lift once and expect muscle. You rep it, you fail, you sweat, and the nervous system bulks up. Do nothing, then you calcify. Fear doesn't stay the same, it compounds like interest. You avoid one conversation, and avoidance becomes your religion. Karma isn't mystical here, it's neurological. Not acting, it's also practice. You're wiring avoidance. You're strengthening the wrong fucking muscles. Think of your brain like a suspicious cat. Every time the floor creaks, it arches its back, tail puffed. But if the creak keeps happening and nothing kills you, eventually the cat yawns, stretches and curls up again. That's exposure. That's prediction circuits updating. Or think of it like Google Maps. If you never drive the new road, maps keep rerouting you through the long-ass detour. But the moment you take the shortcut once, twice, 3 times, it learns. Next time, straight path. Or like a kid learning to swim. Stay on the edge. Cling and the fear becomes a prison. Dip your head, blow bubbles, flail a bit, and suddenly you're floating. Suspicion turns to curiosity, curiosity to joy, joy to freedom. Zoom out the ramifications. If you don't do this, you live in a cage built by your own neurons. Suspicion everywhere. Threat everywhere. And connection, the very thing your DNA craves. It rots on the vine. But if you lean in, if you run the reps, the suspicion dissolves, curiosity grows, and connection becomes your default. That ripples out better conversations, richer networks, more opportunities, deeper love. Chunk higher, society itself shifts. Imagine a culture where suspicion rewrites into curiosity, like tribal bullshit. More creative synthesis. Whole civilizations pivoted on this axis before. The Renaissance, the Enlightenment, hell, even Silicon Valley garage startups, all born from a few humans replacing suspicion with curiosity. Right now as you breathe, you're already doing it. Every time you scroll a feed, you choose what to click. That's micro-exposure training. Every time you taste new food, your palate adapts. Every time you say hi to a stranger at the store, dopamine rewards that micro-win. You've done it unconsciously thousands of times. What changes now is you do it deliberately. You value freedom. Then practice is freedom. You value connection. Then practice is connection. You value growth. Then discomfort is growth. So when that resistance rises, when you fear the reaction, reframe. That fear is the price of rewiring. It's tuition, and tuition is proof you're learning. I'm afraid of their judgment. They're not judging you. They're updating their own prediction circuits. You're literally helping their brain evolve. I don't want to fail. Failure is success in disguise. It's the exact neural input required for Hebbian rewiring. This feels fake. Of course it does. Any new pattern feels fake until it becomes the new normal. Listen, do nothing, and you fucking rot. That's the truth. Keep letting old circuits drive, and you'll still be suspicious, lonely, brittle in 10 years. That's the karmic debt of inaction. But lean in. Micro step, micro win, micro fire. Wire together. You become unstoppable. Because the science says so. Because Hebbian learning doesn't give a shit about excuses. It just wires what you practice. So practice wisely. Suspicion to curiosity to connection. That's the path. Tiny reps, tiny wins. Dopamine trip. The wiring shifts. Do this, the amygdala stops barking at ghosts. Do this and your life rewires itself. Not because of mystical destiny, but because your neurons literally fucking demand it. And every choice you make from here, each breath, each rep, is either reinforcing the cage or building the bridge out of it. So what the hell are you choosing now?